Hey everyone, welcome to the RDG Sports Channel with your boy RDG. Thank you for tuning in. I want to cut straight to the chase. I want to talk about Mikey Sainristil. Is Mikey Sainristil a playmaker or is he an overrated cornerback? Which one is he? I would say, and it's up for debate. You guys can leave whatever you feel in the comments, but this is my opinions. What I see, the numbers back it up also. I think Mike Sainristil is an overrated player. I don't think he's a starter. I think he's suitable for the nickel slot. I think he's like the fourth best cornerback on our team. And like I said, you always want to present an argument, but you also want to have facts also to back it up. You just don't want to be talking out the side of your neck. So it's 2025 numbers. He had 4 interceptions, 12 passes, defended 51 tackles, 17 games, 14 starts. He led Washington in interceptions and passes defended. But the coverage numbers tell a completely different story. PFF gave him a 52.7 overall grade, ranking him 96 out of 114 qualified cornerbacks. His coverage grade was 52.1, 98 out of 114. He also allowed a 109.7 passer rating when targeted. An extensive comparison of Washington's 25 cornerbacks found that Sainristil allowed 1.42 yards per coverage snap according to PFF, 96 out of 103. 10 touchdowns in coverage according to PFR analysts. A very high amount of receiving yardage. Poor yak numbers. The same analyst found that his biggest positive was his ability to make plays on the football. His interception rate was around 90th percentile among quarterbacks. He's a playmaker who hasn't consistently been a good coverage corner. And compare him to Trey Amos, this is where I think Trey Amos wins out. You know what I'm saying? He's got the highest upside potential CB1. Rasul Douglas, proven veteran, legitimate starter. Amik Robinson, strong slot, inside, out option. So Mike Sainristil, even on the commander's depth chart, ranks like third or fourth. So the numbers there to back it up. I'm not trying to rag on him or nothing like that. I'm just stating the obvious facts. I watched him practice. He's getting tortured out there, you know what I'm saying? And he knows what the route concepts are, and he's still getting burnt and getting maneuvered, juked out his shoes and stuff like that. Look, the guy he's got a knack for the ball, right? So the turnovers, he's good at that. But turnovers are good. I'm not going to take that away from him. But when you're allowing the guy to catch the ball in front of you and run like Forrest Gump, there's going to present a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's time for a team to get like a 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6, they're going to go to Mikey Sainristil because they know it's a guaranteed first down. And that's why you cannot get the team off the field, because every single time, if you watched last year, Mikey Sainristil was targeted highly on 3rd downs. And that's not by mistake. That's by design. So Mikey Sainristil, I think if he played primarily in the slot, I know he had to play outside because of injuries and stuff like that. But if you keep Mike Sainristil in the slot, then I think he can become and develop into a good cornerback. He can probably start right there. You know what I mean? But as far as on the outside, those receivers just too big for one, and they're just too good. You know what I'm saying? He just can't keep up. He doesn't have the speed per se to keep up with some of those receivers. You know what I mean? And so it's like a mismatch almost. I'm happy that he's on the team, but I think Dan Quinn is a little bit at fault of that, and Joe Witt was a little bit at fault of that. They used him in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they was utilizing that young man right. And because when he was in college, he played primarily in the slot. He was a once wide receiver turned cornerback. So I think the slot was suitable for him. You know what I'm saying? The outside gets nasty on that outside, man. You know what I'm saying? You got great wide receivers in the NFL on that outside. And if you haven't played corner throughout your whole entire, like since little league all the way up, you know what I'm saying? Then you're not really going to know the position all the way. You know what I'm saying? You got some crafty veterans out there, some crafty route runners out there that, stuff that Sainristil quite yet didn't probably saw. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting exposed out there because he wasn't getting coached up right by Joe Witt. Joe Witt supposedly, allegedly supposed to have been this guru of a cornerback coach, but when he got with us, somehow he lost his touch. So yeah, I don't foresee that. But Sainristil, has the makings. Like I said, 4 interceptions, 12 PDs, 51 tackles. He's versatile. You know what I'm saying? But then there's the bad, the 52 PFF grade, the 52.1 coverage grade, the 109 passing rating allowed, the highest touchdown rate allowed, struggled badly with yards after catch, bottom tier coverage efficiency. I mean, those are the things that, you know what I'm saying, will make some say, is he worthy of starting? You know what I'm saying? The numbers don't lie. I'm not trying to. He's not even. Like Trey Amos will be my starter. Rasul Douglas will be my number 2. Meek Robinson will be my slot, and then I'll rotate him and Mikey Sainristil in that slot. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Meek Robinson need a breather, if they go on heavy in the wide receiver concept, then yeah. And if they go 4 wides, then you got a Mike Sainristil who has been a starter, who can go on the team's 4th or 3rd wide receiver, and that'd be more suitable. I'll feel more comfortable with Mike Sainristil right there in that position versus him going up against the number 1s and number 2s. I just don't think he's skilled enough, you know what I'm saying, to go up against the likes of, some of these top tier wide receivers in the league. I'm talking 1 and 2s. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at Cincinnati, you look at their line, you look at Dallas Cowboys, those two, you know what I'm saying? So, and you put a Mike Sainristil on either one of them, Pickens or, the other guy, it's just a mismatch, man. You're asking for problems. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like, I'm not saying Rasul Douglas or Trey Amos is locked down cornerbacks. No, but I think they'll give a better fighting chance than Mike Sainristil. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, it's nothing against Mike Sainristil. He's on our team. You know what I'm saying? And I like Rasul Douglas because he's safe. He's a proven veteran. Like I said, I'm not saying he's a Pro Bowler, nothing like that. I'm not going all out, but I'm just saying he's proven. And then you got a guy like Meek Robinson. You know what I'm saying? You can't sleep on Meek Robinson. You know what I'm saying? He's a short guy. You know what I'm saying? But, he's capable. He's very capable of holding his own. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of confidence. He plays with a lot of confidence. And that's what you need at the cornerback position. You need a guy that's got a lot of confidence. You don't need a guy who's second guessing himself. I'm not saying Mike Sainristil doesn't have confidence, but I'm just saying this guy, Meek Robinson, you know what I'm saying, he's a little bit more savvy out there on that at that cornerback, that slot position than a Mike Sainristil. You know what I'm saying? Mike Sainristil, I think, got a little bit ways to go. He's still a developmental player, even though they drafted him kind of high a little bit, but he's still more like a developmental player to me. You know what I'm saying? These are just my opinions, ladies and gentlemen. So if you feel differently, please put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the numbers don't lie. Like Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking facts, and I got the numbers to back it up. So I know you Mike Sainristil fans out there probably would disagree and probably would say that, yeah, just put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video about that. Anyway, man, I appreciate you guys always joining in and tuning in and watch me. Nothing without you guys. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. It's your boy Overrated signing off. Peace.